Italian sailors knew of America 150 years before Christopher Columbus. New analysis of ancient documents has suggested. The new document probe would appear to show that sailors knew of the Americas 150 years before its renowned discovery. Transcribing and detailing a document from circa 1345 by a Milanese friar, Galvanius Flamma, medieval Latin literature expert Professor Paolo Chiesa has made an astonishing discovery of an exceptional passage referring to an area we know today as North America. According to Chiesa, the ancient essay, first discovered in 2013, suggests that sailors from Genoa were already aware of this land, recognisable as Markland or Markalada, and mentioned by some Icelandic sources and identified by scholars as part of the Atlantic coast of North America, usually assumed to be Labrador or Newfoundland. The nomenclature would appear to reflect the Norse name of Markland for the area Leif Erikson sailed to in around 1000 AD. Published in the peer-reviewed journal Terrae Incognitae, the findings add more fuel to the fire for the continuing question of what exactly did Columbus expect to find when he set out across the ocean. Professor Chiesa of the Department of Literary Studies, Philology and Linguistics at the University of Milan said, "We are in the presence of the first reference to the American continent, albeit in an embryonic form, in the Mediterranean area." Galvanius was a Dominican friar who lived in Milan and was connected to a family which held the lordship of the city. He wrote several literary works in Latin, mainly on historical subjects, and his testimony is valuable for information on Milanese contemporary facts about which he had first-hand knowledge. Chronica Universalis, which was analysed by Chiesa, is thought to be one of his later works, perhaps the last one, and was left unfinished and imperfect. It aimed to detail the history of the whole world from creation to when it was published. In translating and analysing the document, Professor Chiesa demonstrated how Genoa would have been a gateway for news, and how Galvanius would appear to hear, informally, of seafarers' rumours about lands to the extreme northwest for eventual commercial benefit, as well as information about Greenland which he details accurately for knowledge at the time. These rumours were too vague to find consistency in cartographic or scholarly representations, the professor stated, as he explained why Markalada wasn't classified as a new land at the time. Regardless, though, Professor Chiesa said that Chronica Universalis brings unprecedented evidence to the speculation that news about the American continent derived from Nordic sources circulated in Italy 1.5 centuries before Columbus. He added, "What makes the passage about Markalada exceptional is its geographical provenance, not the Nordic area as in the case of other mentions, but northern Italy. The Markalada described by Galvanius is rich in trees, not unlike the wooded Markland of the Grönlanda saga, and animals live there. These details could be standard as distinctive of any good land, but they are not trivial because the common feature of northern regions is that they are bleak and barren, as actually Greenland is in Galvanius's account, or as Iceland is described by Adam of Bremen." Overall, Professor Chiesa says we should trust Chronica Universalis, as throughout the document Galvanius declares where he has heard of oral stories and backs his claims with elements drawn from accounts, legendary or real, belonging to previous traditions on different lands, blended together and reassigned to a specific place. "I do not see any reason to disbelieve him," said Professor Chiesa. He added, "It has long been noticed that the 14th century Portolan or nautical charts drawn in Genoa and in Catalonia offer a more advanced geographical representation of the north, which could be achieved through direct contacts with those regions. These notions about the northwest are likely to have come to Genoa through the shipping routes to the British Isles and to the continental coasts of the North Sea. We have no evidence that Italian or Catalan seafarers ever reached Iceland or Greenland at the time, but they were certainly able to acquire, from northern European merchants, goods of that origin to be transported to the Mediterranean area. The Marinarii mentioned by Galvanius can fit into this dynamic. The Genoese might have brought back to their city scattered news about these lands, some real and some fanciful, that they had heard in northern European harbours from Scottish, British, Danish, Norwegian sailors with whom they were trading, the professor added. Chronica Universalis, written in Latin, is still unpublished. However, an edition is planned in the context of a scholarly and educational programme promoted by the University of Milan. So what do you think? Did Columbus already know about the Americas before he set sail? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and most importantly subscribe. And thanks for watching. You can also support the channel on Subscribestar via the link in the description. All contributions are most appreciated and help the channel immensely. Bye for now.